Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ALaracanfieldshow, the Awaken to Happiness Now global series. Thank you so much for being here with us today at a special time. It's early for some of you, I know. Some of you I know are not even awake yet, so you'll watch later, and that's fine. So today we have my good friend Arpita Thakkar with us, and she's going to be talking about soul reconnection through the Akashic Records. And I love the Akashic Records, so we're going to talk a lot about that during this call. And so Arpita is going to share with us, what are the Akashic Records and what are their benefits. Also, we're going to talk about rewriting the records. And we're going to do a relationship healing through visualization and prayer for all who are present on the call. And there's going to be a channeled message that we're going to receive from the Akashic Masters as well during this call. And we'll be taking live caller questions, of course, because that's always so much fun. And for those of you who don't know Arpita, she is an alternative therapist, a spiritual coach, and certified master in many healing modalities like Reiki, tarot, angel guidance, Akashic Records, Bach flower remedies, pendulum dowsing, switchwords, automatic writing, and many more. She is also a transformational coach and aerobics instructor and author of the book, Turning the Mind Lights On. She is an award winner for NAARI SHAKTI Award in the year 2017 and has recently received even the Best Akashic Coach Award in October 2021. So learning and teaching spiritual modalities feeds and charges her soul, and her mission and purpose is to bring awareness of the spiritual wisdom and knowledge to as many as she can. So Arpita, I'm so glad you're here, and thank you for joining me on the call. Welcome.
Thank you, Alara, for such a warm welcome. Thank you, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity to be on this wonderful platform, and thank you all the audience on the call. Thank you very much for having me here. Much gratitude to you, Alara. Thank you.
Thank you. And so, Arpita, since it is your first time being here on our show, can you just take a few minutes and talk a little bit about your journey, how you started with the Akashic Records, how you stared with the healing modalities, etc.?
Yes, of course. I started my healing journey. That's a spiritual journey. I started long back. That is around 25 years back when I was just a teenage, actually, when I was in my teenage. So I can say started with Reiki. Okay, started learning Reiki in that age. And I started practicing, of course. I did a lot of practice in Reiki, but that was only Reiki. The main things, other modalities which came slowly after practicing with Reiki, slowly my spiritual ways opened up. Different pathways opened up for me to progress in my spiritual journey. And then came tarot, then came angel guidance. And all these I have been practicing since, I can say, 7 to 8 years. 7 to 8 years. And Akashic Records is a recent one, actually, you all won't believe. The Akashic Records, I have just learned since 3 years. But the moment I learned it, it has just taken me, I don't know from where to where it has taken me. So it was like as if my frequencies matched so much with the Akashic frequencies. And really, I felt a lot of connection with it. And this changed my life. This was just before the pandemic or during the pandemic, if I say, my life turned like 360 degrees. It was like I bloomed in this pandemic cycle, if I say, because my online classes started, being very well. I started doing online classes before. I wasn't much on online. I was doing all offline classes, workshops at my place or my office and all that. And then came the online classes. I got used to it. And this was a very much blooming period for me, I should say, for my work, for my career. So yes, so this is how the Akashic journey took me. Like it just swept me away. It was like that. I helped so many people. Within a year, I have taught more than 100 students now, just within a year. So that was a very good thing. Besides practicing the other modalities and keeping the other workshops, this workshop has really, given me a lot of students. Many students I've taught, done the readings of more than 200 people, right? So yes,
I'm still waiting for mine. I'm still waiting for my reading.
Yes. I remember. I keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. You can contact me anytime now. It's okay.
It's crazy, right? And that's the thing. I'm so glad you mentioned this because, for a lot of people, this pandemic has opened up new doors and possibilities,
Yes.
right? Because of the online learning, online teaching, so many people are doing much more of that. And it's easy, it's comfortable, it's
Yeah.
convenient, right? For a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you are doing it. And I learned from you as well, I think in either October or November, I forget when it was. And it was all through Zoom because I haven't been to India in a few years. Right. So it was all through Zoom, and it's my favorite platform because I use it every day, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so I know that a lot of people are already familiar with the Akashic Records, but there may be some who are not. So let's talk a little bit about what are the Akashic Records and the benefits, and what types of questions can you ask in the records when you're opening them for yourself or when you're opening them for other people.
Yes. So basically, Akashic Records, if I say, if I just give it a word, a single word for Akashic Records, as many of you all know what are Akashic Records, let me start with a single word, single term, like Cosmic Google. I give it as the name is Cosmic Google. It is like Google answering all your questions. We have here Akashic answering all our life situations and life questions, whatever we have, the challenges, whatever we have, whatever we are facing, what's the guidance for it? Why are we in such a challenging situation? All these answers, all these guidances we get from our records, because now these are the records of all your past lifetimes you had. We are here on this planet Earth because we have certain karmic lessons to learn. That is why we take birth, and that is why we are here. So why are we here, and what are those karmic lessons for which we are here? All these we get in the records once you access the records. So the Akashic Records holds all that information about your past lives you have lived, each and every thought, word, action, experience, your traumas, your happiness, your sadness, how you reacted, why didn't you react, all that kind of information is stored in your Akashic record. And each and every one has their own Akashic records. So whenever we have a challenging situation in our life, in the present life, current life, we can access the records to find out why are we in such a difficult situation. And we get the answer. It takes us to that particular past life from where the problem started or it originated, the source of it. So you get the healing, you get the guidance, and when you cut and clear, when you heal the source itself, the issue which arises from that source, then your life becomes like, I don't know what to say, a better place, your life becomes a better life, a happier life. You can move on with your life, and you get a clarity, you can make wonderful decisions of your life. You know, it helps you a lot with a lot of guidance, remedies, and even the healings, of course.
So, oh, yes, that's right. I forgot about the remedies. I mean, I was just going to say, and that's really an interesting twist on the Akashic Records, because it's not just about getting information, you know, from the past. It's also, and it's not just about the past, it's also like about the present. So like, for example, when I went into the records this morning and I asked a question, it wasn't necessarily aimed at, okay, what did I learn in my past life? And this, it had nothing to do with the past life. It had to do with present and future and other stuff, right? But I received an answer, and it gave me, you know, clear guidance, right? And at the same time, one time when I asked for a symbol, I asked for a remedy, what can I do about this? And I received that, and it was like, but I made the mistake of not writing it down right away. So sometimes I don't remember to do it, right? So we'll talk about that as well. But so I just, and, you know, I wanted to clarify it too. It's like, it's not just about karmic lessons, you know, it's about experiences. I don't like the term karmic lessons, I'll be honest. But for me, it's about, what did I want to experience in this lifetime? For me, that's what it's about. What, you know, what did I want to experience? What did my soul want to experience? How did my soul want to evolve moving forward? Right. And so they're all learning experiences.
Yes.
And I've learned a lot.
Yeah, it is not only, see, Akashic field is such a vast, you say, infinite knowledge. There's infinite knowledge here in this field, that when you connect with this field, you're not only connecting with that Akashic Records, you're connecting at the same time with your masters, with the teachers over there, which are there in that Akashic realm. Okay, so there are many more things and many more benefits which you experience once you connect and access your records. And it is not only about your past lives. It's not only about learning or getting information from your past lives. Even it is like an understanding. You develop an understanding. You get an understanding of what are the what are the laws of the universe. How does it work? How does your karma work? And what you can do in the present life to make it better. So a lot of other things, even the general information, sometimes whatever you need, you get it from the Akashic. Alara, you won't believe, recently, I don't know whether you know it, I had a dream, and the masters came in my dream and they told me, come to the Akashic and we are going to give you a download, like there is a lot of going to be download. So please come to the Akashic the next day. And the next morning, I accessed my records, and what information I had got, I had, made it into a course then. The information was all about a particular symbol, a divine code. And I was guided in the Akashic how to use it, how to attune others to it. The course, full course, the information, the details of the course was given. I was just writing it down. It was like that. I had written so many pages that time being in Akashic. So it is not only about your past lives, it is about the information then which you get, which the masters want you to know. And they would love if you would spread that. So I had recently a course on that love frequency. The name was suggested by them. That was also there. So there's so many things, other things, when once you access the records, you get connected not only to the records, you get connected to the whole universe, I would say. Because Akashic is such an infinite field of wisdom and information. And there'll be so much of downloads coming into your life. So much of downloads. And literally, believe me, that sometimes the downloads are so fast, you have to really write it down. Otherwise, you skip much of the information later if you try to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is
That's
much
the thing.
more. Yeah. So it is much more than we can, expect, not only about studying about the past lives, but it is much more than that, much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I wanted people to know, that it's not just about past lives, it's about transforming your present and creating your future at the same time.
Yes, exactly. Very true.
I mean, of course, sometimes we have issues and we want to, find out about that. But for me, it has not always been about curiosity. Like, what am I curious about? It's about what can I learn for myself to make my life better, right? To have more ease in my life, to heal certain things, because I'm still healing a lot of stuff. So heal certain things. And at the same time, what can I use or learn to improve the quality of life for my community and my clients as well, right? So it's not just for me, but it's also for my clients and community. Yeah, so that's a goal of Akashic,
what goal does Akashic have? Why do we access the records? It's because your soul needs to transform, your soul needs to evolve. That is the main goal of Akashic, and that is why the records are there. When you understand your karmic lessons or your karmas, when you accept it and you decide to change those, or you come out of those karmic patterns which you are creating in every lifetime, what happens is your soul evolves, your soul ascends, your soul progress. Okay, so that is the main goal, or the main, I should say, that's the main aim of that Akashic records, that you access the records and you learn these things, you apply those things in your life as well as in others' lives. So it helps the soul to evolve. As we all know, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience. So we are all wonderful spirits. And the aim and the goal of all our souls is to evolve. And that is why we take birth every time. And that is why we take birth, to learn the lessons so that we can progress, so that we can clear those lessons, we can understand and clear that karmic pattern and progress, so that the soul progresses. And then in another lifetime, we take birth again to finish off the rest of the karmas. So that goes on till we finish and complete all our karmas. And, some of the things you can ask is this my last life? Or how many more lives do I have? I haven't asked that question, but, it's like,
You know, it's
Yes,
like,
yes, of course.
it's not the most pressing question for me at the moment, you know.
Yeah, you can ask, of course, you can ask which has been the most important lifetime of mine. Please reveal that. And who was I in that lifetime? You can even ask that to understand your soul, you know, understanding your soul. That's why I say the soul reconnection. You are trying to access your inner soul being through the Akashic records. So that is why you're trying to know more of yourself, to become aware of what you are, what you can do, what you were, and what you are now. You know, so
and
it helps develop more.
I love that. And that's what it's about. It's about the soul evolving. It's not about the personality. It's not about the ego, but it's about the soul, what the soul requires and what the soul would like to experience, and etc. The personality part of it, you know, and the ego part of it, that's it's secondary, but it's more, it's more about the soul, how it can evolve and what it needs to move forward, right?
Yes, exactly.
So we are going to be taking live caller questions. So you can raise your hand, or you can type your question in the chat. We're not going to go into individual people's records. Are we, Arpita?
No, that will take a time. That will take a lot of time.
Yeah, so we're not going to go into individual people's records, but you know, Arpita is very intuitive, so you know, we'll see what the questions are and what how we can support you. In the meantime, I wanted to talk about the rewriting of the records. What is that? And we can actually do that? Yes, we can. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, so rewriting is something which is very unique about this workshop. That is, whenever you are facing such a challenging situation, for example, in your life, whether it be in terms of relationship, finance, health, or whatever it be, or your clearing of limiting belief, whatever. So when you clear that issue, when you clear a particular issue of your life, you're removing something, a negative energy, or you're removing a negative block from your life. So when you remove that, you are filling you're removing that and you're replacing it with a positive affirmation, with a positive intention to bring good energies and divine energies into your life. So that is where rewriting helps. That is, you clear something from your records and you write or you affirm some good affirmations and empowering affirmations which help you in your daily life to progress. So you write in the records with your own hands, you visualize that you are writing it. And in your records, that is, you're creating your records. When you write something in your records, you're bringing that into your reality, right? Because see, whatever the records, whatever is recorded is already there. So you're just cleaning it off. You're just wiping it off a slate and you're writing, you're just cleaning off whatever is not required. And instead of that, you're writing something which is what is you want in your life. And that happens only when you clear certain things, right? See, sometimes we all practice affirmations, okay, but sometimes affirmations doesn't work. Why? Because affirmations doesn't work because you haven't cleared something. When you clear that, and then when you affirm it, when you practice affirmations, that works. That brings manifestation into your reality. So rewriting is like you're bringing into your reality something what you want by clearing off regarding that particular situation. You're clearing off something and you're putting it that in the reality, whatever you want. So that is rewriting.
But there's also the healing that we do in that same process as well, yes. Right? Clearing and healing, and then the rewriting, right?
Yes, yes. There's a whole process. That is how we clear first, and then we do the healing, and then we rewrite. And then we practice the affirmations.
Yeah. Yes, of course, absolutely.
Yes.
So yes, it is possible to change your records, change your future, change your present. It is possible to do that.
Yes, this is because everybody has a birthright to their Akashic records, so they can handle their records in their way. They can study, they can do anything, whatever they want. When once you study the records and you understand, then you can clear it and then you can rewrite it also. That is your birthright. So that is the power which you have. You can do it. So
I always like to give this example. So if I'm in my records and, it doesn't say anything in there about me being the president of the United States, I'm not going to, just because I write that in, I want to be the president of the United States, it's not congruent with who I am. right? It doesn't match my energy. It doesn't match with anything about who I am, right? So it's not just write anything. It has to be something that makes sense to you and resonates with you and like empowers you in some way, right?
Yes, of course, of course. It is like that. You just cannot rewrite anything. Like it has to be concerning a particular situation. First, find out why is that particular situation there in your life that you want to get rid of. And once you get rid of, it's like clearing the negative energies, but filling it with positive energy so that the negative energies doesn't come back. That is the purpose of rewriting.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And no, you cannot write in there, I'm going to receive $1 million, like that. It's like, be realistic. This is about being realistic and looking at your life, where you are and where you're moving forward to, etc. Right?
Yes, yes. It's being practical, of course, and realistic.
Yeah. So there's some questions in the chat. Yes. Because I know we're going to do a relationship healing, but I thought we'd wait on that for a little bit later, right? And the group message, I thought we'd wait on that for a little bit later. So you want to take some questions and see what's coming up for people?
Yes, sure.
And so, like I said, we can't go into your individual record, right? So
yes,
but ask the question that you have and see. Perhaps Arpita can connect with you anyways. And let me see. So Linda, we'll start with you because you have your hand raised, and while I find the questions in the chat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very good morning.
It's so good to see you. My question is this: if you're rewriting your records, does that change your timeline then?
It would change the situation for which you have rewritten. So it would change that circumstance and that situation. It wouldn't change the timeline as such, but it depends on what you are healing, like what you're clearing. If you're clearing a particular situation, or if you're clearing something, any toxic energies from the relationship, it would change the relationship as such. So that is what is rewriting.
Okay.
It is connected with your problem. It is not just rewriting anything, whatever you wish like.
And so what does that mean, changing the timeline for you, Linda?
Well, I was thinking that if you are going into the records and you are, well, she said you could rewrite the records. So if you rewrite the records, can't that change the timeline then? I mean, as far as the situation?
Well, everything changes your timeline, because as you do the healing, your future changes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And how do you access that? Do you do the writing of it, the automatic writing? And like Alara said, you can ask the questions about what is in my best interest at this moment in time, right? Something like that. And
yes,
I don't know exactly how to ask what I want.
So
Lara, sorry, continue.
So journaling is one part of it, but for me, journaling is like I write my questions ahead of time, whatever I want to ask. If there's lots of them, if it's just one, it's like, okay, I don't have to write that down, right? But then there's a process to go into the records. Like, I've learned going into the records 5-6 times now, so there's a process, right? And then when you're in there again, then you ask again your questions, and you've got them written down, and then you can journal the answers when you're in the records. You should, because otherwise you might not remember everything afterwards.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like there are so many different processes for accessing the records, right? So it just depends. A lot of people use prayers. Some other people, they don't use prayers at all. It's just it's an intention or whatever. There's just so many different ways, right? So
there are many different techniques. There are many different ways to access the records. The most common of the ways is a prayer method and visualization method.
Yeah. And so like I said, I did it this morning, and lickety-boo, really fast. Didn't take much time at all. And I just sat in my chair, and I had my notebook, and I wrote the questions. There was only 1 or 2 questions anyways. I had it there so that in case I needed to write something, I could. And and how, you know, the one thing I do want to say really quickly though, like I took this class with Arpita in November or October, I forget. And I have to say everybody, October? Yeah, I can remember. But everybody in the class was able to access their records by the end of the class. Because a lot of people, they have this fear that what if I can't access it? I don't know if I am accessing it, that kind of thing. But everybody was able to access the records and, you know, get a message in some way, right? So some of us are very visual, some of us know, some of us, you know, hear, right? So we all get our information in different ways, but you will get something in the record when you go in there and you experience it and receive and are willing to receive, right?
Yes.
So hopefully that helps. So Manisha says, I've had the opportunity of working with Arpita on a personal session and one of her workshops. Arpita is truly amazing and I have learned a lot from her and seen benefits. She has an amazing energy and gives a lot. That is true. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Manisha. Thank you, Alara.
Maria says, I'm wondering if Arpita can see if there is any message for me right now from the, you have to be more specific because like, you know,
yes,
it's like, is there any message for me? There could be a million messages for you. So please be specific.
Yes, and of course, there will be a group channeled message at the end. So might be that would be for you. Might be you would resonate with it.
Yeah. So Joy says, I'm wanting to know how I can work with the records to promote a class I'm working on. So Arpita just shared really quickly a few minutes ago how she used the records to create a class. But yes, how can we use the records to promote a class? It's a great question, Joy. Thank you.
Okay, to promote a class, see, whatever questions you have in mind or whatever guidance you need, I would always suggest all my students, go to your records, access your records, connect with your masters and ask the questions, you will get the answers, okay? Yeah. So even in my case, there were different modalities which I was practicing, but once I just thought of asking in my records, which is one modality which I should really practice and focus on so that not only me, the others also get benefited by it. And it told me Akashic Records. Keep on practicing with your Akashic Records. This will really take you up and it will help not only you, it will help the other souls to evolve. And that was my beginning. That was very much in the beginning stages of me just learning. Teaching was a different thing I never thought about. So when I accepted and I trusted the message which came from the Akashic that yes, I should go on with my teaching of Akashic Records, and believe me, I had as if the universal support was there, which was coming. And they even mentioned, my masters even mentioned that fact, start teaching, we will support you, we will keep on giving you students. And I trusted that message so fully that really it has always and always, you know, been as an inspiration. I remember those sentences, those words which the masters have told me, and I follow it. So it is just that, yes, Edith. Yeah, so it is just that, just believe in the messages, whatever you are getting. And to promote a class, you need access the records and you can connect with the records, ask what you need to do, what are the steps. Literally, they will give you the steps to follow. They will help you. They will help you in a systematic way to approach your students, your clients, and how to promote your class. You will get an answer there.
So I actually did that as well in the records. Was I went in and I asked what can I do to promote my show to more people, so more people can access the show. And so the Akashic Records, the Masters and the Akashic Records, they gave me a process to do. They get because I'm a very process type of person, right? I do processes all the time. So they gave me a process to do. And so then they said, do this every day. And so this was the things like, I forgot to write it down right away. But then I remembered it. So then after I remembered, oh yeah, they said to do this. Then it's like, okay, yes, I can do that. So then so now I have a process that I can do every day. And now that I've said it a couple of times, I don't have to write it down. But at the first place, I should have written it down. So they gave me a process, and that's the same thing as promoting a class, promoting a show. I asked, they gave me something that works for me, right?
Yes, Yes, exactly. So that will, the Akashic Records helps you and guides you in every way, whatever you want, just connect with the records. And once a connection is built, once a connection becomes stronger with your records, you get a lot of information.
Yeah, so definitely, Joy. You can definitely get that information from the records. Tanya, you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hi.
I actually never like tried to connect to my Akashic records, but what works with me is like sometimes I have a question, and before I go to bed, I don't ask specifically to get the reply, but I ask it in my head and wonder, like I wonder what it would be like, or I wonder if my husband will get this job. And then I have a dream, and in my dream, either I hear a voice or I have a picture, or I mean the answer is coming. Should I kind of, do you believe these answers? Are they kind of my mind giving me something, or is it something that comes from my guides? And and my question was actually like I mentioned before already, that I'm now, my relationship with my husband are kind of, we're just living in a house, and because of we have son and we don't want him to be unhappy. But and now I think, do I really want to heal my relationship? Is it worth it, or should I just let him go and build something new in my life? If you see something, for thank you.
Yes, Tanya, thank you. But I cannot go into the individual records as mentioned.
Okay.
But yes, of course, we are going to do a relationship healing. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so in the class, we are going to, on the call here, we are going to do a relationship healing where it wouldn't be so specific, but you have to make yourself, like I'll tell you the process later when we come to it. But I think that would help you, as your question you asked, that will really help you. So I'll make you all do anyways. So yes, and believe me and trust the messages. It is not your mind making up. Whenever you receive messages, might be you might not receive in the records then and there. Might be you receive the messages in your sleep, in your dream. It could be, but believe those that it is not your mind making it up. Okay, when you're receiving after asking a question, it means it is relevant to you. And if you resonate with it, trust it and follow it. Okay. It is like I always say, all my students, they know these words. I say that if you want to experience the magic, forget the logic. So Akashic Records is like experiencing a magical journey. Don't put your logic there and think, is it my mind making? Don't put your logical reason. So when you want to experience a magic, forget the logic. So that is my way.
I do believe in magic. I do believe in magic. But
Yeah,
I'm very logical person in general.
The magic works only when you believe in it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So, so it is like that. So believe the messages, whatever you're getting, it's for your good. Okay, it's for your
as long
good.
as they feel good. As long as they feel good.
Yeah.
And are empowering in some way, right?
As long as you feel like empowered and you feel that, yeah, this is, your instincts your intuitive abilities also would tell you that, yeah, this is the message for me. And I know this is the message, this resonates with me. So you can just, take that message and try to follow or apply whatever it is.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
And yes, a lot of people do that. They ask questions right before they go to sleep, and then they get, answers in their sleep, in their dreams, or the next day, or whatever, right? And so absolutely trust it if it feels good, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Stay out of your head.
I'll try.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard, I know. All right, thank you, Tanya. Michelle is asking, can the records tell me why I fear moving forward, stagnant, and how I can move, how I can move forward?
Of course, the records will tell you that. That's the main thing what the records can tell you. Any questions relating to why, or any questions what can I do about it, and why is it there in my life? Why am I stagnant? Why am I blocked? Or what is a limiting belief? All such questions, all such answers you can get from the records. Of course, it will let you know.
And something like that is something that then you can, once you get the, once you know what the fear is or the block is in the record, then you can clear it and heal it and rewrite it, right? So
Yeah,
that you can
yes.
move forward with ease. Okay.
Yes, of course. It doesn't stop that you just came to know, okay, this is the reason and this is my answer, but then what to do about it? You get the remedies, you get small remedies, some guidances which you can actually follow it in your life. Very easy to do remedies also sometimes you get. And then if there is a clearing process to be done, you can clear that, you can rewrite, and then you can create a better life for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so be sure to ask for the remedies as well when
Yes.
you're in the records.
Yes.
Audra says, I have a cyst on my lower back. Can Arpita see what this is, what that is?
Okay, I would have to go to your records to understand that. Why is it there? And yes, that is again going to the personal record, so it cannot be done here. But later you can connect with me, and later we can do a reading to find out. Yeah,
absolutely. Angela saying, how do we confirm? Angela, you're in your head. How do we confirm that what we are journaling is not our mind chatter?
Oh, that's the same thing what I just told now. Believe me, even see, all my students have this, when they come once in the workshop in the first place, and after 3 or 5 days, they understand that, yes, it's not their mind. It is something which it is being channeled. Okay. The messages you are receiving from the masters, from your records, it is just not any other messages which your mind can make up. You can even, try an exercise. For example, put up your questions and just think, just think what are the answers you can logically think about, and then go to your records and ask the same questions and get the answers. Both will be different. So this will, validate that whatever you're receiving is from the records, from your masters. It's not your mind making up.
So when you're in the records, trust what you're getting. Trust that it is the message from the guides and masters and the records, not your mind. Okay.
Yes.
So, that means when you're in the records, you're not in your head, you're in your heart space, you're in the Akashic field, you're not in your mind thinking. Okay.
Yes, right? Of course. Yes.
All right. So Maria, with the help of meditation and changed behavioral mindset, I have, with the help of similar programs like yours, thank you, Maria, I have been able to recover from fibromyalgia and fatigue syndrome. Is it a kind of writing the records? Oh, so she's asking because, she has been able to recover from fibromyalgia and fatigue syndrome with the help of other programs. Is that kind of the same thing as writing the records?
Yeah, I would say it would be a different process, because rewriting is something which is a different experience altogether. And this is like you're creating a new reality for you, which was not there. Okay, so you're creating a new reality by clearing the other negative energies and, bringing new good positive energies into your life. So that is rewriting. It would be different. It's a different process altogether. It's not the same.
I mean, yes, you achieved change and transformation, which is awesome in whatever way that you do. Is that the same as rewriting? Not exactly, right? But
yes,
but the purpose is transformation, which is what you want.
Yes, and the main thing, whenever whatever is written in the records is always written. It becomes your past also. When you take another birth, when you reincarnate again, the records hold that information, what you have rewritten. So your lifetime changes, not only this life, the other life also changes. You are creating that new lifetime for you also. So because records, Akashic records are the records, everything is recorded there. So when you write also, that is being recorded there. That's a script which will remain there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jigna is asking, what is visualizing? What does visualizing mean?
Okay. Visualizing, what I do is like I take all my students on a guided, like not meditation in that way, but I make you all visualize. I guide you. I take you to the Akashic field, and we do the process whole through that visualization. That is, you have to imagine, if I say, not exactly also imagination, but yes, it is a form of in a guided way, what you can, whatever I say, you imagine or you visualize it in that way. So that is a visualization process.
Yeah. And when you're in an altered state or a higher vibration and you're visualizing, you're actually creating. Okay, so just remember that. So it's not just daydreaming, but if you're not in a higher vibration daydreaming, yes, absolutely, you're creating. So
Yes.
visualizing is great. Okay, so I know that there was 1 or 2 people that wanted to talk a little bit about working with you.
Okay.
Right? Anu and
Yes, they are here.
okay, great. All right.
Anu is also here. Anu and Edel both are here.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Just unmute yourself.
Okay, Edel.
Hi and namaste everyone from India. So a very good morning out there to all of you, and immense gratitude and unconditional love to all of you. So it's been an amazing journey with Miss Arpita when I started first in 2020, when a lot of thing was going on in the world. That's when I got the gift of the Akashic Records from her, which actually illuminated my universe and whatever downloads I need to get to help the humankind and the mankind. Apart from which, there has been a lot of growth. Miss Arpita has always been there with me throughout, holding my hand. Even after the course is over, if I have any doubt, I know who to dial to without any hesitance. And she is like one of the divine souls present here to guide. And I always call her as my fairy godmother. So, I just tease her with that name. And so it's been like a great journey. It's almost been 1 year, 3 months to be specific. It's more than 250 readings and more than 100 clearings I've done as a professional Akashic Records reader and healer. In a way, I'm very proud in a humble way because of the ethics, values, and the kind of guidance which I've got from Ms. Arpita with the Akashic Records. And as she says, the intention is nearly enough to connect to the records. And while reading the records and experiencing with people, I've got clients where they do business readings, property readings, readings with relationships regarding health. I mean, the field is just very vast. The subject is vast in itself. So I think I've also gone and checked the world records as to what's going to happen in the world in the upcoming times. When is COVID going to go? And when are we going to live? Am I audible? Sorry, I
Yes.
got disconnected. Yes. So, a lot of fascinating facts comes up, and the masters and the guides are always there. So please I would love to tell everyone, please have a trust in the self first, in the God which resides in you, in the spiritual force which resides in you. That's what is the first ethical value which she imbibed in us. And once you have the unconditional love and trust, I think there's no looking back. I must mention I quit my job to take this full time because I got I've got amazing experiences. I've got amazing accuracy to the pin. I mean, my readings have been accurate just because I've got this gift from Miss Arpita. I did not take it as a course, rather I took it as a divine gift from her. And there was no looking back. So it's been an amazing journey. I think each one of us, whoever's learned about the Akashic Records and whoever's about to learn, please trust your intuition, please trust your soul, and please trust the core values which she imbibes in us and takes us forward. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you, Edel. Thank you.
And I actually
Thank you,
heard
Alara, for
yesterday.
This.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say, I heard you yesterday a little bit because we there was a Zoom call, that Arpita does every month, and you were talking a little bit about your story and how far you've progressed and all the readings and everything you've been doing. I was like, wow, she's doing great. It's amazing. I had to leave, unfortunately, but I did hear you talk about it. So I thought that was great. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Gratitude.
Thank you. Thank you, Edel.
All right, Anu, do you want to unmute yourself? I think Anu was the other person, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Very warm greetings to the panel and a very big hello to all the members. I'm so blessed to be a part of this. I'm a spiritual seeker myself who has spent more than a lifetime, pursuing the modalities of different kinds. And I was downloading things, and I believe in signs. I'm always asking universe to give me signs, and I don't know how I got a message, and I messaged Arpita that I want to do it with you only, and she so wholeheartedly embraced it and welcomed me. I must say she's a beautiful soul and very patient in teaching, so compassionate, so patiently she'll go through each and every specific process, how a mother leads a child, that when they know that this is where they're going to trip, and she forewarns you, and the times, because I'm also a Vedantin and a Reiki and a tarot card reader, astrologer, and past life regression therapist. So I used to always keep asking. I was the one who had asked the maximum number of questions in the class. Probably I was the only one who was like, I have another query, and she encouraged it, because till I don't get clarified in my mind, I feel I have not learned it enough, and I'm a good student. So I want to know it all, because it's not just knowing something academically, because we are empaths. We are in a field where before us, we want to help somebody else. And so this spirituality has taught us to empower oneself and then start helping others, because unless you have healed yourself, you will not have the conviction to effectively help the other.
Yes.
And when I did my reading, I must share this, ma'am, if you will allow.
Yes,
During the course, when we just did, we visited the library for the first time, I'm a very strict student and a strict teacher. I teach myself also. So I don't attend calls, during the sessions. And that day I was just prompted to pick up the call that was coming, because I don't pick up unidentified numbers. I only pick up the numbers which are on my, call list. So I just spoke to the person, and she happened to be a client's client. So she asked a question, and usually I'm very diplomatic and, peaceful in answering. There, I just blurted out the answer, and I said, just, God be with you. And I shut the phone and I continued the class. And the next day, I got a call that something happened, and it was not something very comfortable. I immediately called up Arpita in that such a, like a child would call up a mother that, something has happened and, help me. Did I do something wrong? So lovingly, she said, it's not that you have not created it. You were just channeling it, and you conveyed what they needed to know. And that is where I got that encouragement, that not to judge what you say, what you channel, not to judge what you read in the library. And another experience I would like to share. I'm a novice in this field, but because I have been into other modalities, probably I'm very visual, I'm auditory, I'm olfactory, and I'm very intuitive. So, I was just growing leaps and bounds. And when I access somebody's library, I saw 2 lifetimes, and that 2 perpetrator lifetimes. Again, I called her up. I said, see, when I do a PLR, I know that the person is witnessing, and he doesn't need validation for what they see or what they what answers they get. Here, to convey to somebody that you were a perpetrator, it's very difficult. How do I convey? Because you want to say, oh, you're so good. You want to encourage, because, in COVID time, everybody needs an encouragement because everybody's little low in their, morale and all those things. So, and she convinced that just go with it and trust me. Like I'm getting goosebumps. She said, just go with it. And if it's, don't judge it, and she'll resonate with it. And trust me, I was literally in tears, because the moment I would say something, she would validate it with something. The moment I would tell her more things, she validated. The client for whom I was doing, she kept validating, yes, this happened, and this could have been the reason. Yes, I feel like this. And even the lifetime I mentioned, she says, I resonate with that, because I keep feeling that I have seen that, been there, done that. So immense gratitude for instilling that encouragement, that confidence, and that entrusting us with such a divine spiritual knowledge, because each time we access, we grow in ourselves, because what messages we give to somebody, probably those are the messages we want to hear. And when we are convincing somebody or consoling somebody, it's like you're telling yourself, Anu, are you listening? Are you listening? Are you understanding what you're conveying? You also remember that. So I feel each time you are giving a counseling, you are counseling your own self. You're healing your own self. And that spiritual growth, I'm so immensely grateful for. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anu. That is very sweet of you. Edel and Anu, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anu. Thank
and
you.
thank you, Amara, for inviting us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Gratitude.
Thank you.
Namaste.
And, I think I mentioned that I had also taken the program with Arpita in October.
Yes.
It was a wonderful, wonderful program. She's so giving, so caring, answers all the questions, very helpful. And, I was lucky. I don't know if I was lucky or not, but I was lucky in that I was, I received readings from everybody in the class, little messages, and oh my God, I was in tears. Oh my God, it was exact, some of the stuff was exactly what I needed to hear, and I totally resonated, and they would not have known the answers that they got. Because nobody knew me, like the stuff that I had questions about, nobody would know that, and so the answers that came through were like spot on. I was like, oh my God, it was like, how could you know this, right? It was amazing, and such kindness, right, from the whole group, not just from Arpita, but from the whole class. Such kindness and such grace. It was just absolutely, it was beautiful. I loved it. And so that, and like Arpita had contacted me, I think in August or July of last year, and I was busy. Last year was a hellish year, so I didn't respond properly, or in time. But then once I did, and we started talking, oh my gosh, she's just so wonderful. It's like, why didn't I contact you when you first emailed me or messaged me? I don't know. I was, it was a tough time. But I learned a new way of accessing the records.
I think divine time is there for everyone, Alara.
Absolutely.
So it happens at divine time. So not to think about it.
I know, but it's like, oh, I wish I would have, connected with you before, but it's okay. But like I said, I have learned to access the Akashic Records 5 or 6 different ways from 5 or 6 different teachers. And I found that I really resonated this way with Arpita. It was, yes, there's prayers, but there's a process, and it's just like everything was different a little bit. It was slightly different, and it was, I had no hesitation in accessing the records, and I trusted what I was getting, all the messages that I was getting, and what I was feeling, what I was seeing, what I was perceiving. Because I know not everybody sees and not everybody hears, but we all have a knowing, right? And we all feel a certain way. So it was really, really, really beneficial. I really enjoyed it. And one of the things that I had, asked about was, I was having a lot of aches and pains, right? And so at that time, And I went to the doctor, as some of you know, I went to the doctor, got a million tests, everything was fine. And so of course, what came out in the records was, yeah, you need to do some cord cutting. And I was like, oh man, you know, because of course I'm on these calls every day, right? So, you know, may only
Yes.
make sense that I'm going to be hooked into some people and energies and things. And so I needed to do more cord cutting, more ground. I mean, I do grounding, but more grounding and all that stuff. So it was, so that was part of it, but there was some other deeper information and wisdom and guidance that was given to me that was life-changing, you know.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful for that. It was, yeah, I really loved it. Yeah, I just want to say thank you for, you know, your grace, your wisdom, your love, your kindness, and everything that you give, because I know you give so much during the class, all the not just the wisdom and the teaching, but the energies that you give in the class is beautiful. So I just wanted to share that really quickly as well. Jigna, you have your hand raised. You want to unmute yourself? Go ahead. Oh, we can't hear you, even though you are unmuted. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Nope.
We cannot hear you, Jigna.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
She's the one who really helped me. She's so awesome.
Oh, it's a bad connection, unfortunately.
Trust,
You're not.
have faith. Things are happening and things will happen and things will change. She is, she's an angel, I swear.
Thank you. Thank you, Jigna.
And
That
in
was-
my life, her, that's the angel guidance. And that is super. I know her from when her child was with my child in the school. And that time, Arpita was different, and now she's totally changed. She's like genius. She's super. I have no words to tell, but I'm really waiting once this class, Angel Guidance, is over, and where I have stuck, where my stagnant is, because I keep seeing numbers and I'm not able to analyze what those numbers are, why they are coming. I see butterflies, I see so many things. My son gets coins, my husband gets coins, but things are not changing the way I really want. They're changing, actually some or the other problem, uncertainty is disturbing.
So Jigna, I would definitely suggest you take the program with
Things will
Arpita.
Yeah, Jigna, there's some actually, yes, disturbances, but we heard you very well. Yes, so of course, definitely take the program and you will get to know everything. You'll get all that information what you require.
So let's take a few minutes and talk about the packages, and then we will do the healing and get the channeled message as well. So give me 1 second here. Let me just get that up on the screen, and we will talk about that. 1 sec. Okay, and I have to say, like I said, I have taken the Akashic Record training like 5-6 times, and it's always been, you know, way more expensive. I'm just gonna say that. I'll be honest. It's like it's usually around 300 and plus, right? So it's like here, you know, the prices are much more reasonable and affordable at this time, and they're all on Zoom, so you don't have to go anywhere, right? So we're going to talk about the packages, and we do have, for people who will want to pay in INR, there's payment options available for you as well, right? So so Arpita, let's talk about what is in package 1. That is or package A is the Akashic Records Workshop Level 1.
Yes, so that is level 1. That's a package A. So in this, we will study about what are Akashic Records, where are they found, and what are the benefits of Akashic Records, how you can read the records, how you access the records, more of the working of the Akashic Records, is laws of karma, laws of universe, and understanding how, when you access the records, how do you get that information, also the process, the method to access the records, and of course, how you can read others' records as well. So you get to learn not only reading your records, but reading another person's records also. So that is the main thing which you can learn in the level 1, as well as you will also receive the general remedies for your problems, or for what you require, remedies or guidances as such. So, and all this will be doing practically in the class. It won't be just a theory class. It will be like with the practical, readings which will be done and which will be shared in the class. So yes, it's a lot in the first level itself, what you will be learning.
Mm-hmm. And so we do receive the recordings. You do get a certificate. There is there's notes, and you can repeat the class for free for 6 months as well.
Yes, of course, you can take a revision class again whenever there's a next workshop. That is completely free. And yes, the WhatsApp support, group support, as everybody mentioned, there's always there. I also conduct the monthly Zoom calls every time, and whoever wants to join in, they can join in. Those who have learned the Akashic Records, they join in, and we have a general discussion on different topics of Akashic Records. And also the doubts, the clearance of doubts and queries and discussions, breakthroughs, all happens in that monthly Zoom call.
And so package A is available for $86 US, and there's a 2-part payment plan available as well for 24 hours and a 10% gift from me. So you take advantage of that. For INR, the codes are below. You'll see them later and above. I don't know what they are off the top of my head. And so now package B is includes package A, which is level 1 plus level 2. So I just want to point out really quickly. So level 1 includes doing readings for yourself and others. Normally, a level 1 class is just doing reading or healing for yourself. In this case, it's for you and others as well. So that's why you can, after the first level, you can go start doing readings for clients, as soon as you finish, kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
And so for level 2?
Yes. So for level 2, it is mainly as you have done how to access in level 1, how to access the records. Here we are then identifying the chords. Here we are identifying the contracts which you have made, then how to do the clearings. And this also, of course, for yourself and for others. So how to go with the clearings. And there is also how to take the property readings, because everything has records. So even the property has its own records. So how to take the property readings, and how do you clear the records? How do you rewrite in the records? Then comes the examples of affirmations, the clearing affirmations done, the empowering affirmations done, with the help of which you can rewrite in the records. The whole process, everything is given to you. Also, not only theoretically, we are doing it practically in the class. We will be doing the clearing also in the class by taking a particular issue of yours. We will go through step-by-step process and do the clearing, so that you get a practical experience and knowledge of how actually you have to do it. And yes, of course, in this second level, there is the process of how you can attune others in case you want to carry on later as a professional, as a teacher. You want to become a teacher in Akashic Records. Second level is for you then. Here you are taught how you can process others and how you can teach others. So that is also one other main important benefit of second level.
Yeah, absolutely. And the same bonuses again.
Yes.
And package B is $194, and there are 2- and 3-part payment plans available, plus the 10% gift for 24 hours. And package C is a 30-minute personal session, Akashic Record reading session with Arpita. So Arpita, can you tell us what type of, what kind of readings do you do? What can you help people with?
It's 30 minutes. It's a personal session. You can come up with any one issue which is really troubling you, which you really need a solution for, which you need a guidance for. So I go in the records in that 30 minutes, and then whatever the general remedies or whatever the guidances I get, I give it to you, which will help you to resolve your issues, which will help you to understand your issues and to resolve it also. And so but it is only just one particular issue which we can take in 30 minutes.
Yeah, and so this is a live call with you, right? Not an email reading?
Yes, it is a live call. Yeah.
Awesome. And so package C is $48. So that's the 30-minute session with Arpita. And again, like I said, for INR, it's 5,500 for package A, 12,500 for package B, and 3,000 for package C. And the payment details for the INR payments are also here on the special offer page. Awesome. So again, Arpita's package is available at alara.at/show/Arpita1. I'm going to try and type it in the chat for people in case they would like to, just like to have a link. 1 second. And in the meantime, Arpita, can you tell us, like, who is this package for? Who are these, level 1, level 2, and even your personal session? Who is this for?
Yes, level 1, for those who just who are the beginners, or you don't need to have any prerequisite learning, or you don't need to be a healer or a spiritual, in that spiritual kind of field. You can just take the level 1. Believe me, it is not so complicated or so difficult as you think, that how will I access the records, or will I be able to access the records? It's a very easy process, and I'm sure everybody can do it, whether they be a spiritual healer, or whether they are housewives, or whether they are just working and they are not connected to this field, but they can take up this level 1. Level 2 are mostly if you want to carry forward in a professional way also, because here the teacher level is being taught. So level 2 also goes for those who just want to do as a professional, as a profession, or also for the healing and the clearings go for level 2. So that will, just make the whole package level 1 and level 2 if you're taking it, like completes everything what you're learning about Akashic Records. So yes, and session, of course, anybody who just really needs a guidance, or really feel that they need something for they want to change their lives for the better. Yes, that they can take a personal session with me.
Absolutely. And so once you purchase, you'll be sent a WhatsApp link, but you don't have to have WhatsApp to access the class. So I'll send you Arpita's email address as well, and she will then send you the Zoom information, because all the classes are live on Zoom, and you will receive the recordings and the downloads as well. So the WhatsApp is for just support, extra support, and extra info, I guess.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Just Lori is asking whether animals. Yes, animals do also have Akashic records. Yes, if any property is having the Akashic records, animals are living beings. They do have the Akashic records.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Even flowers and trees.
Flowers,
plants.
trees, plants. Yes, they also do have. Yes.
So you can access information about them in the Akashic records for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so do you want to, I think we were going to do the healing, right?
Yes, we'll do the healing. Okay.
Yeah.
So here I would request all of you, first of all, to be undisturbed for at least near to 15 minutes or so. Okay. And stay in peace, and also take one particular issue, relationship issue. This is because we are going to do a relationship healing. Of course, we are not going to go into the records and do, but this is just a process of cord cutting, of clearing some of the negative or toxic energies from any relationship which you want. So here you can visualize the person or the situation in your relationship with which you want to cut your cord, so you want to clear. This doesn't mean that you're going to disconnect with that person. The person will be in your life, current life, but only the toxic energies will be detached. Okay, so take up, so visualize that person or the situation you are having in your mind. Keep that with the intention that you want to clear the negative toxic energies, the negative or the unwanted cords from that particular relationship. Okay, yeah. So can we start? Yes, Alara, we can start. Yeah, okay. So close your eyes, all of you. This will be done. I'll be guiding you, in a visualization way. Jigna here, this is what it means by visualization. When I do this, it's called a visualization process. I'll take you through this process. It will be in a guided way. Okay, so yes, close your eyes, all of you. Breathe in and breathe out, and focus on your breath. As you're breathing in, feel that you're breathing in all that is positive around you, the positive vibes, the positive energies. Breathe in, inhale that, the joy, the happiness, the love you want, peace. Inhale that through your breath. As you're exhaling, just exhale all that what is not wanted by your body, all that is unwanted, toxic energies. Breathe out the stress, the pain, the hurt, the traumas. Just breathe out. So breathe in positivity, breathe out the negativity. Continue breathing in that way. Continue your inhalation and exhalation. Focus on your breath. As you focus on your breath, your mind becomes calmer and calmer. Now feeling totally relaxed. Now visualize from the universe a divine violet ray of light is coming and falling on top of your head, right at the center of your scalp. Feel a violet ray of light coming from the universe falling top of your head. Feel it there. Let this violet light flow down through you from the head to your face. Let it flow down. See that it is flowing down gently. Feel that violet light moving to your body and flowing down through your face, neck, chest muscles. Let it go down, legs. See that it has reached your legs. And from the sole of your feet now, see the violet light penetrating deeper inside the Mother Earth. Let that violet light penetrate inside the Mother Earth through the roots coming out from the sole of your feet. Let that roots carry that violet light to the Mother Earth. See the roots growing longer and longer, carrying that violet light to the much deeper layers of the Mother Earth, till it reaches the most deepest layer of the Mother Earth. And see, it is anchoring there at the center of the Mother Earth. This is what you are grounded. Affirm in your mind 3 times that I am now strong and safely grounded. From there, take the Mother Earth's energies and blessings and come up again from that layer, deepest layer. See that you're coming up, your consciousness is coming up to the feet, and now you're coming up to your legs, to your abdominal muscles, till you reach your heart. Center all your energies in your heart. Feel the energies at your heart. From the heart, take it up now to your crown, to your head. And see from there, it's overflowing, covering your entire body, overflowing down till your legs, covering your entire body in a white silvery bubble. Feel that you are in the center of that bubble, and the white silvery light is fully covering you. Take this as your protection shield. And you can affirm in your mind 3 times. I'm strongly protected now. Put an intention in your mind. I want to access now my Akashic records. Let me access. See yourself reaching the Akashic realm. Feel the vibrations, the energies over there. Now put an intention as you are there in the Akashic realm. Put an intention in your mind. I have a relationship issue with so-and-so person. Name the person in your mind. I want to clear the negative energies, all that what is not required. I want to clear that. Please help me do it. Bring that person, visualize that person in front of you with whom you want to do the clearing. Now see that a cord is attached between you and that other person. See that cord attached. Observe the cord. Analyze what kind of cord is it. Where thick cord, are there many cords? From where the cords are coming, from your part of the body. Is it from the heart? From the solar plexus, from third eye, from where? See how many cords are there. See that that is connected with that person with whom you want to do the relationship clearing. You can mention the issue. You can see that the cord has your issue written. Is it abusive? Is it really toxic? See that cord, and the issue is being written on the cord. Now invoke all the divine energies with whom you are connected. Let it be your god, goddesses, your angels, your masters, to whom you are dedicated and devoted. Invoke all of them to be present there, to help you in that clearing, to give you the strength and courage to clear. And tell them to cut the cords. Ask them, please clear these cords which are not serving. Just repeat after me. Please clear all these negative cords, all these unwanted and unhealthy cords between me and this person. Name the person in your mind, which are not serving for my highest or greatest good. Please clear and release these cords from all my body, mind, and soul, across all time, space, and dimensions, so that my divine soul gets aligned with the divine purpose in this lifetime and in all other lifetimes. So be it. So be it, and so it is. And now, see Archangel Michael with his mighty sword cutting the cords. See that the cords are cut. In your mind, you can say 3 times Affirm 3 times strongly. I now cut. I now cut. I now cut. See that the cords are cut and the cords are have just disappeared in the space, blown away far from you, and you cannot see those cords. Let the cords be transmuted to the divine light. Now, as you have done the clearing, fill now your relationship with that other person with cords of love, unconditional love. See now that a cord again is being attached from you to that other person, which is full of love. That cord is of love, unconditional love, unconditional gratitude and understanding. You can visualize the cord in pink color, divine pink color, divine green color, and divine golden color. Visualize all these 3 colors of the cords. See yourself smiling and being happy. See that other person also smiling and being happy. And see the cords which are attached now. Pink for unconditional love, green for healing, golden for the divine energies, transformational energies. Fill yourself with these energies. Feel those energies. You're just imbibing those energies. The soul is getting those energies, receiving it. Affirm in your mind now, make an affirmation. I have now cleared whatever was not required. And now I bring in positive and divine energies in my life, which are honoring every relationship of mine, which are creating loving and flourishing relationships in my life with unconditional love and understanding. I now create this relationship. I now create this relationship. I now create this relationship. Say thank you to each and every one who have assisted you in this process. Your masters, your angels, your god goddesses, and that other person also. And of course, yourself. And slowly now feel that as if you're coming back to your body, coming back to your heart, to your soul, to the physical world. Your consciousness coming back to you. And slowly you can open your eyes.
Wow, thank you. That was, oh my goodness, that was amazing. It's something that we should do for all of our relationships, right?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that was so nice. So how is everybody doing? How are you feeling? And now, especially after that, yeah, that was, we all have relationships that are, some are challenging, some are difficult. So please do this again. This was amazing. So let me just see what people are saying in the chat. Dolly says, you're amazing, Arpita. Lyral says, immensely grateful. Linda said, that was amazing, wonderful, so thrilled. Maria said, oh, so beautiful. Jigna says, wow. Joy, smiley face. Neelama says, excellent. Manish says, thank you, so beautiful, so light and happy. Holly, not sure. Tears, feel lighter, rejuvenated. And Neelama says, was in trance.
Wow, great. Great.
Yeah, that was lovely,
experiences
lovely.
you all had. Yes. Good. Very nice. I'm so happy for all of you.
Yeah, it's like, you know, something as simple as that can change your relationship with somebody for the better and change your life for the better, right?
Yes. Yes, of
Yeah.
course, of course.
Angela says, I got a clear visual, truly grateful. Oh, good. Because
Great. That was
Angela
superb.
sometimes has a problem getting visuals because she's so in her head, right? So yay, that's awesome, Angela. I'm so glad. Sushmita says, thanks a lot. Good. Maria says, so cool. All these colors looked green, pink, and gold. Okay, nice.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Brenda says, well, hold on a second. Brenda says, phew, so beautiful, humbling experience, weeping, now feeling so light and happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Linda said, I got a clear visual as well. So wonderful. Oh, good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That was nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. So you have a channeled message for us from the masters?
Yes. Let me get the channel message for the group, whatever the masters are guiding me to tell you all. It's all about love, because I think we have done the relationship healing. So what I'm getting the message is all about love. Please do self-love. That will open the doors to your relationship. Whenever you have a relationship, this is what is just, you know, being channeled word by word. I'm just speaking that. When you have a relationship problem, please first see whether is there anything where you're not loving yourself at any point, where you're holding a space where you feel that you are denying that love to yourself. Understand that part of you. When you heal that part, automatically your relationships will be healed. There will be changes coming in your relationship. They are guiding me that in today's world, most of them are faced with relationship issues. More than any other issues they have in life, the most is relationship issues, which have their other different impacts on your life, which are not good. So clear that, understand first self-love. Start with the self-love process. Start loving yourself and accepting yourself. Accepting, that came in the, just like, you know, bold letters. Accepting yourself however you are. Please love yourself. This will enable others to love you also. You create that field and you create those vibrations where people will start falling in love with you once you start loving yourself. So yes, that's a message. They are smiling and they are like opening their arms. I can see that. And yes, open your hearts. I would say that. Open your hearts. Yes, you all need to open your hearts. We all are actually, we have opened hearts, of course, but we still need to open our hearts more to invite those loving energies. You know, somewhere we are not denying, we are denying somewhere that love to ourselves also. Somewhere we are not taking care of yourself, or somewhere we are not loving ourselves for the way we are also. It could be that. So when you do start doing that self-love, automatically many relationships, you know, fall in place. So
Absolutely.
yeah. Good. So yeah. So
I'm
getting buzzing sound also in my ear right now because of the message.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. And that's, you know, it's a key message for all of us, and it's something that we have to hear over and over again, but it's also then it's something that we have to start to implement for ourselves, right?
Yes, exactly.
And also know that we are so supported, we are so loved all the time, that we're never alone. And there's so much available for us to transform our lives, to heal our lives, to move forward in our lives. There's so much available to us. So again, I want to encourage you to, you know, take a look at the packages with Arpita. You know, if you can do the level 1 workshop, awesome. If you can do both, even better, because it's just more and you can do more with it. And if you can't, or if you want to do all 3, you can also get the personal session with Arpita. she's so willing to help, and she's always available, and it's a great chance for you to do that. So the class doesn't actually start until February 14th or something like that.
Yes, it starts on Feb.
Yeah, so there's still lots of time, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, like I would go ahead and register anyways, so that you can get your 10% gift bonus from me as well. So again, the packages are available at alara.at/show/Arpita1. I will be sending the email out later, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, I've done the Akashic Records classes 5 or 6 different people, 5 or 6 different ways. And I really enjoyed it with Arpita. And for those of you who are wondering, the classes are totally in English, and everybody speaks English in the class, even the participants, which I'm always like surprised by that. Right? So it's all in English. And like I said, Arpita is very generous, very kind, very caring, and gives a lot during the class, not just the wisdom, but energies and guidance, and all your questions will be answered.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add, Arpita? I think we cover everything that we needed to.
Yes, we have covered everything. And I'm so happy, Alara, to come here, and wonderful people, to connect with all the wonderful souls here. And you all are really loving, and truly the energy of this call also was very nice. We could feel that energies, like, everybody's energies are very high and, very positive. It was very positive for me, positive experience for me, I should say.
Good.
So thank you for inviting me here, and, for allowing me, for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm so grateful, because it was a beautiful, beautiful program. I really enjoyed it. I got a lot out of it. And, in two classes, you can be a teacher yourself and start teaching people how to access their records. And I haven't done it yet, I'll be honest, I will. I'm planning on it in a couple of months, but just finding the time. But, the thing is, once you start accessing your record, once you start going into the record yourself, feeling that energy, feeling that presence, feeling that support, feeling that love, then you want to share that with others as well, right? And now it's so much more, it's so much easier with having to do everything on Zoom. Even the attunement that we received in the second class, workshop was all on Zoom, right?
Yes, it
but
was.
We definitely experienced it. So you don't have to be in person anymore.
Yes, that's advantage of being now just becoming online everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So this is something anybody and everybody can do from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to have an office somewhere, so just know that it is possible for you. And Arpita has been teaching for, I don't know, a couple of years now, and her students are also teachers now as well. So they're also teaching, right? So you know what?
Of course.
Why not? And share the love, share the light, share the wisdom, share the energies. That's what they're for, right? So.
Of course, yes.
Good. All right. So thank you so much, Arpita, and thank you everybody for your questions, your comments, your feedback, your testimonials, and just for sharing the space with us. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day, afternoon, evening.
Thank you, Alara. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. God bless all of you.
Thank you, Arpita. Thank you, everyone. And until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.